If your lover let you down yesterday, you do not have to call it quits. Get it out of your mind. Dr. Richard Jordan says it's all about expectations. It's time to just back up, right? Dr. Jordan, hi. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Okay, it's all about expectations. What do you mean by that?
Right. Well, you're talking about being disappointed and let down. So, you know, the path to disappointment is expectation. And all year long, this holiday builds up, and the man usually is expected to perform.
Yeah, what are the expectations for Valentine's Day? What's the difference between men and women for expectations?
Oh boy, how long do we have?
Well, yeah, okay.
Right. Well, usually the man is expected to perform, to provide, to do things, to surprise the woman, and in return, you know, maybe he'll get some great sex.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay,
Well,
got
that's
it.
part of it.
Got it.
It's dangerous to generalize, but
Is romance a myth?
yes, and so Valentine's Day is the annual ritual of romance, and it would be nice if we could kind of expand that so we don't just do it once a year. But yes, when you use the word myth, the way I would use the word myth is not that it's a falsehood, but that myths are stories we tell to try to explain the mysteries in life. And in this case, what really seems to happen that draws people together, a man and a woman together, is the erotic urge, the urge to come together sexually, and the biochemistry that comes with that, and the need to attach to another human being. That, you know, there's a whole lot of psychology behind that as well that kind of goes back to how we experienced attachment growing up. So those kind of two combined forces really seems to be what's going on that pulls us together. But lacking a full awareness of those two driving forces, we kind of are puzzled at why we feel the way we feel about someone, and the story of romance is the story we've kind of built around that.
Well, where did that story come from? I'm totally following you, by the way. Totally following what you're saying. It sounds like I'm hearing you say that our instincts are more, you know, erotic or whatever, and it's these stories that we make up in our mind about what romance is, whether it's a red rose or a diamond or candlelight dinner, but really it's much more personal. It doesn't really have anything to do with those things.
Right, right. And in terms of the personal too, and maybe something a little more practical for your viewers, is that one way of looking at love, one way to define love is the will to extend yourself for your beloved. And so we get things from the media, from commercials about what you're supposed to do on Valentine's Day. But I think what would really be more powerful is to, you know, if you love someone, you become a student of what makes them happy, how do they feel love. You know, people talk about the language of love. So learn your partner's language of love and extend yourself to have them feel the love the way that they feel it, not maybe the way that you're familiar with expressing it. So you stretch yourself a little bit.
So how do you smooth it over when you screwed up yesterday?
Oh, okay.
How do you smooth it over?
Right. Okay. So what most of us have learned when we're disappointed and when something's wrong is we either criticize or we complain about it.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, where did you get those flowers? They look like they came from the 99-cent store.
I can't believe he didn't do the diamond thing. I thought I was getting a diamond.
Right.
You know?
I wanted to be surprised, but that wasn't it.
Right.
Right. So
get over that.
Well, yeah, that's not an effective way to get your needs met.
Yeah,
right.
get over that.
But
yeah.
you have a right to have needs and preferences in that, and a better way to approach that is to turn your complaints into requests. So you can, and talk about your own experience. So instead to say, you know, I'm a little upset, a little sad.
Take responsibility for your feelings and not make the other person wrong.
Exactly.
Take responsibility for yourself, not make the other person wrong, and just say what you would like in the future.
Exactly,
Okay.
right. And on the other end of that conversation, our first impulse usually is to get defensive.
Okay, none of that.
That will spoil the conversation just as quickly as complaint.
It really puts the brakes on it. Well, Dr. Jordan, I appreciate you being here because I think a lot of people are hanging on every single one of your words right now because there's been some mistakes made yesterday. For more information on
Dr. Jordan, you can go to fox6.com. If you blew it on Valentine's Day, you can't make it up. And you can make it up. Thank you, Dr. Jordan, by the way. And you can still, if you can not only talk about it, but you can make it up to your sweetie this weekend. And we have ideas on how you're going to be able to do that. We're going to show you 3 local hotspots that are going to get you out of the doggy house